Hey guys, it is Megan here, Healing Foods Coach, also known as the Faithful Fibromyalgia Warrior over there. I hope you're all doing well. It is Tuesday. It is July the 30th. It is a super beautiful but very, very, very hot summer's day today here in Colchester, in England where I live, and it is probably the same for you guys. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are enjoying your summer, whatever you're getting up to. Today's sort of short little topic is all about rucking. R-U-C-K-I-N-G. Now, I have never heard of this term before until just very recently. I noticed it in a challenge that DC Learning to Live had shared a few weeks back. Something he's got coming up in August, which, by the way, check out his site, okay? Because the challenge seems like it's going to be really great. What is rucking? Well, I had to look it up because I'd never heard of this term before. And basically, what it is activity performed while carrying a rucksack or backpack that has weight in it. Okay, so in other words, you could be running, walking, jogging, cycling, any of those activities, whilst carrying on your back a rucksack or backpack, as we would call them as well, that's weighted down. Now, you can put whatever you want in that. You can weight it down with weights. You can weight it down with objects like water bottles or food. You can weight it down with whatever you want, okay? It's the fact of performing these different activities with weight on your back that will help you strengthen and build your muscles, your bone density, your core, and get a really good exercise going. Now, I had no idea that I've actually been rucking for a while now. So when I go into town to get the weekly grocery shop, okay, now, first of all, let me just clarify. We go to the butcher's once a month and get a month's worth of dinners from the butchers, whether that's like pork products, poultry, beef, or lamb. We get all of the cuts we would prepare for the evening meal. We get at the butcher's. We do that once a month, okay? But everything else we need, eggs, butter, milk, cereal for my son, things like any cheeses or lunch meats, anything like that, toiletries, household items like cleaners, paper towels, etc. We get that locally. And what I had been doing over the last few weeks is instead of getting a week's worth and pushing it in my shopping trolley, so we're talking 30 to 40 pounds worth of groceries, between that amount, certainly more than I could ever have carried. What I do now is I buy enough of the other things that we need to last us typically for a couple of days. Because why? It means I have to get out and go buy it. And it's a good 2.5 mile return trip that I'm walking. And I always take with me my little backpack, right here. Smaller than a standard school backpack, but pretty good size. And that would fit, say, water bottle and my phone with my debit cards and that sort of stuff. What I do is I always wear it, so it's empty other than my phone when I get started. But once I have purchased whatever we need in the house for that day or for the next couple of days, when I walk home, I'm typically carrying anything from 10 to 12 pounds of shopping in my backpack. I had no idea that I was actually rucking. So there you go. You might be as well and not even realize it. Now, this for me is amazing because for the longest time, I couldn't carry any weight on my back whatsoever because of my previous back injury, because of my soreness and my stiffness. It took everything in me just to be able to walk any distance. Now, if I go into town and I'll buy, coffee or shampoos and drinks and maybe grab and go lunches for the day, uh, who knows, right? But again, I work it out. I know what I need for the week, but I plan it so that I'll just buy what I need for a day or two. So I have to go in and make daily trips, which is great exercise. It's a great excuse for me to get out and walk. And because I'm carrying weight in the bag, especially on the way back, it just gives my muscles just that much more to work through. So that works well for me as well. And it's in my back. It's centered. I'm not straining my shoulders. I'm not feeling any extra weight pulling on my wrists or my arms. It keeps everything on my back nicely centered, so it actually is evenly distributed, and I'm not feeling excessive amounts of it on my lower back or anywhere else. So you may be wrecking and not even realize it. So there you go. So that might be something that you want to give a try. So I would say to you, DC, I've already started on the challenge of rucking. I'm hoping to build up the amount of weight that I can carry and how far. But so far I'm usually walking 4 to 5 miles every day right now, which is amazing. I feel great. Oftentimes I'll do it earlier in the day before it gets too hot, or I'll do it early evening. When my husband's done with his workday, we have gone out a number of times and taken the dogs with us, and that's been enjoyable. But I typically will walk easily 4 miles, sometimes 5 miles a day. And of those 4 or 5 miles, 2 of those miles are spent having to get some sort of household type items from town, which is, as I've said before, is about a mile there and then of course a mile back, and then carry it in my little backpack. So I am all about your challenge. So let's see how that goes. I don't know. I can only fit so many things in that bag. It holds a lot, but it still has a limited amount of size. So it might be about maybe putting in things that weigh a bit more, or maybe trying to just walk a little bit further. But yes, I am rucking typically at least once. It feels like once a day, but definitely once every other day when I go out and pick up things that we've run out of or that I didn't get last time. And actually, it's been great because I feel I have to push just a little harder with my legs, and it forces me to stand a little bit straighter with good posture and my shoulders back. And overall, I think my muscles are definitely getting a bit of a better workout while I'm doing things like running errands that I would have to anyway. So if you guys haven't tried it, it's worthwhile. I would suggest start slow. Perhaps don't be all about, I got to walk like 5 miles with 25 pounds on my back. You will probably hurt yourself or want to give up if you set yourself too high a goal. However, having maybe half a pound of stuff in your bag while you spend a day doing, I don't know, your weekly shopping or running errands or visiting a farmer's market or something like that, you may find that you can actually walk around with a little bit of weight on your back for a longer stretch of time. Build up. That's what I would say to you guys is build up. If you are still in a lot of pain, if you're just coming off of injury, probably not a good idea. But as you start to heal, as you start to feel better, as you start working on, developing core strength, which is something I'm really working on myself, so I can go longer and maybe even carry a bit more weight, just because I want. It's a personal thing that I want to be able to accomplish. But I also know if I do too much too fast, then I could potentially re-trigger my fibromyalgia. And I don't want that. I could potentially cause myself injury. Just as we can do that if we are carrying, multiple bags of shopping with our hands, and we're going to feel that pain in our neck and our shoulders later. It's all about, yes, being able to walk with weight, but doing it in a way that we are not putting excessive strain on our bodies, and that will allow us to actually practice good posture, practice, walking in a way that is going to feel good and help our muscles to get stronger and our joints to feel looser and not cause injury. So I didn't know it, but now I do. I have been rucking, and you guys probably do that as well already, and you may not have known that. Anyways, guys, I hope that this is entertaining. I hope this is helpful. I hope that you find it useful in some way. It always seems that we always seem to run out of at least one thing every day, or there's something we have to get that we didn't know, that we forgot about, that we didn't realize we needed, and then we have to go out and grab it. And so I'm thinking that you guys are probably similar. You get your groceries, but there always seems to be at least one thing that you get home and go, oh, I forgot about that. That could be an opportunity to go out and take a small walk. Whether you carry stuff in your bag or not, whether you just want to get a few steps in. Every little start is excellent. Doesn't matter how small it may seem, because that's certainly where I started. You never know where it's going to take you to ultimately. And I'm only just getting started, so who knows? Who knows where this will lead? But I hope this has been helpful to you. And if you are at a place in life where you are longing for healing, but you are not there yet, just know, obviously that's okay, but that doesn't mean you won't get there. Because I was convinced for so many years that I would never get better. I would never be able to heal. I would never be able to walk. I would always have to be in a wheelchair. And you know what? Wheelchair free, baby. No wheelchair since last year. It took time though. It took almost 3.5 years for me to get there. So just because you're not there yet doesn't mean you won't. So I hope that you guys are encouraged. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything you would like to share, if perhaps you want to start trying some of these things yourself. Maybe you're not quite sure what to do in the first step. Leave a comment, send me a message. healingfoodscoach.com is the website, or you can email me at megan@healingfoodscoach.com. I'd love to hear from you guys. In the meantime, thank you so much for all of your incredible support and encouragement. I wish you the same as well. And let's support each other. Let's help each other as we have this shared healing journey. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.